This new era of gaming needs a new place to gather. One place where anything you dream can be built. One place that never stops evolving. From any screen, at any time. One place for all the ways we play. This is Stadia. Gather round.
Stadia is officially shutting down.
Google has decided to begin winding down its video game streaming service, Stadia.
Oh, Google's shutting down Stadia. That's right, that's news.
Stadia is dead. Imagine my shock.
Google Stadia was supposed to be the next big step in gaming by allowing you to play all of your favorite games on any device without the need to buy expensive equipment. All you needed was an internet connection, a controller or a mouse and keyboard, and you were good to go. And then it shut down. So what happened? When Google officially revealed the cloud gaming streaming service Stadia back in 2019, they showcased it as being revolutionary. Imagine that you see a new game on YouTube and just be able to play it within 5 seconds. No long download times, no, not enough storage problems, just dive in and enjoy your game, regardless of the hardware specs of your personal machine. But while Google had an impressive vision for Stadia, the consumers didn't quite get the promised experience. From constant error messages to low resolutions, frame rates, and a general small choice of only 22 games at launch didn't really leave a good first impression. Now, this of course got fixed over time, and in the end they actually managed to have a somewhat decent library, but technical issues still persevered. Cloud gaming is convenient. All you need is an end device which is capable to connect to the internet, playback video, as well as an input device. The game is able to run on powerful servers and you don't really have to do anything besides hit play. But its greatest strength is also its greatest weakness. In order to have a good experience, you not only need a sufficient bandwidth, but also a low latency. We as humans are very sensitive to input lag, and while it might not be as noticeable on a controller as with a mouse due to the amount of muscles and nerves being accessed, every tiniest amount of network delay over the sheer distances from the end user to the server and vice versa can result in sloppy controls. Pair that with some bandwidth problems and you have a very bad experience, riddled with resolution and FPS drops, jumping controls, or even timeouts which close your game. All of these issues combined leave us with only having a good experience if the conditions are right, aka most likely only in your home. Cloud gaming services like Stadia, which are supposed to function everywhere, suffer from the problem that most mobile connections are just too fragile. High latencies paired with low bandwidth because of load balancing are just not suited for it. So if you're only able to play on Stadia in your home, then what good is a service that is partially designed for something else? And most agreed. Stadia was just a no-brainer since at home you do want to have a solid lag-free experience, even if it is slightly more expensive to just get a console. If you also consider that you needed to buy most games, then it becomes even less attractive. But the biggest mistake that Google made, and many others are making currently, is that mobile internet coverage just isn't good enough yet. Paired with a generally lesser experience, no revenue because of free-to-access games, and remaining high server costs was eventually going to catch up. And on the 29th of September 2022, it did. But unless other companies shutting down services, Google let people enjoy Stadia up until January the 18th. They're even refunding all purchases and allow you to enable Bluetooth on the controller so that it still remains useful. And not gonna lie, we should really thank Google for this, since legally speaking they didn't have to refund anything at all. I mean, the users agreed to all of Stadia's terms. But while it seems like everything is getting tidied up quite nicely, there is also the other side of the coin. Developers of games, which also had no idea that Stadia was shutting down until the big reveal. And the responses are really valid.
You know, my developer is driving 70 kilometers to help me with Stadia, to help build everything for 4 months.
I mean, be the amount of users as it may, but Stadia's revenue split was quite profitable for many. Having that ripped away from you, especially when a game is still in active development, is not that exciting. You also shouldn't forget that Stadia games run on Linux, which needs special effort if you are releasing it on other platforms as well. No return in value for that special port? Not good. At least some compensation is reportedly being offered, but no one can really say for sure how much it actually is. So, in the end, what made Stadia fail as a platform? To be honest, mostly because it released too early. Technical problems, a low amount of games, and missing features for connecting with new people damaged Stadia before it could even start taking off. With the increasing amount of 5G antennas and optimizations over the years bring us closer to cloud gaming. Is it the future? I personally don't believe in it, mostly due to the cost of operating games on increasing resolution and refresh rate displays. But all I can say is that if Stadia would have released today, then we would look at it quite differently. If you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure to show it with a like, and why not even a sub if you've made it this far. Please make also sure to leave a comment down below to let me know what you think about cloud gaming. And all that's left to say now is good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you are. I'll see you around.